Let's see what we can do with this. Let's get this baby started. Got my water. Got everything going here. I think. Share your live to any of your groups. So many people. Okay, look at us. We are doing the damn thing. What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to this day's episode. I don't even know what I do anymore. I hope everyone is having a great day. If there is lag and everything, I do apologize because I've never streamed through this system before. So we're trying new things, and I'm looking at myself and it's lagging. So if you are watching, if you could just tell me, that would be great. Otherwise, I'm going to give you guys a huge podcast about an amazing human that I know. And that person's name is Kat. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring her beautiful pup, Ella, onto the show. And we're going to tell Ella just how amazing her mom is. So without any further ado, I feel like I say that a lot and it kind of gets on my nerves. But without any further ado, we are going to bring in Ella. Look at that, as so elegantly put by her owner, Kat. What a derp. What a derp. She is such a beautiful little pup there. And I chose the quote this podcast. There is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. And that is by John Holmes. And I chose that quote simply because there are very few people in the world that I know that care more about humans than Miss Kat. Miss Kat this is how I know her, is she was a special education assistant with me at Penfield Middle School up north in Pennsylvania. And that's how we met. So if you're unfamiliar kind of with what a special education aide does, is we kind of we help the educators perform their lessons plans more on a one-to-one basis or a smaller group basis, and help people kind of create a easier learning environment or more suitable learning environment for their learning styles. So there are some behaviors that are included, in the special education world. It's an unpredictable environment, and you really have to be a team to make sure that you're taking care of the students the best way that they need to be taken care of. You have to remember, it's not about you. It's about the other people that are trying to learn, trying to teach. You're trying to create an environment. You're not babysitting. You're not doing anything of that. So you're putting your best foot forward every day and being selfless for everybody else but you. So, because that's the definition of selfless. So the first thing I've noticed about your mom, Ella, is the most careless person. And when I say careless, I mean, that doesn't come out right. She's the most caring person. She's absolutely putting other people before her in every aspect of the meaning. So actually, careless was not the word. What she does is she is such an empathetic person. She's able to put her feet into other people's shoes. So whether it be the racial injustices going on in this world, as a white female, she sticks up for the entire, not just black community, any community that is going against racial injustice. She is just an absolute, I don't even know, pioneer. And you say that, I don't say that lightly, because there are so few people that look back at the civil rights movement and remember the individuals that did all this stuff. You remember Martin Luther King and the walks and all the marches and stuff like that. But you don't remember all the individual people that helped get us to where we are today. And it's really cool to be able to watch it firsthand it's literally the warriors. There's civil warriors out there taking care of everything. So from helping special education students to now being a civil rights activist, and now also a guidance counselor helping kids every day. Like I said, it is just the most caring human being out there, Ella. You have to understand, I'm sure you see it every day. There's no way that she is not as caring with you as she is with the rest of the world, because I just know she takes care of everybody, puts everybody else in front of her. And once in a while, you have to take the moment, or take a time like this podcast, and thank those people. Let those people know what kind of positive impact they've had on your life, because In my last episode with, I believe it was Miss Regina, I was talking about her mom. And she commented on the Facebook post and said, you never really truly know people's view of you, and kind of, especially when it's so far back. And now with Kat, I think I met Kat, it has to be in 2016, I believe it was. So 4 years ago. And I've watched her go through school. When she first started her master's degree, I remember she was so overwhelmed. She was working, I think, like 2 jobs at the time. And she was still coming in, and she was a rock star, an absolute rock star. So you want to talk about the hustle and the grind. And on top of that, on top of all of that, it's all of being selfless. That's the word I was looking for instead of careless. It was selfless. So I knew I was going to get there. So on top of all of that, she is a brilliant artist. And I'm what I'm about to show you doesn't do it justice, because it was for I asked her if she would do a logo for us. And we plastered her logo on shirts, on, I was going to say billboards, but I didn't have the money to buy a billboard. So we put it on everything because she's just that talented. So without any more, I'm not going to say ado, without any further waiting, let's take a look here. Miss Kat Kiefer. Look at that. My mobile beverage truck was called the Rusty Tap. And what we did was, we were a mobile beverage truck. We would go do pour parties, alcohol, non-alcoholic. We were able to make mixed drinks and all that kind of stuff. But this is her Instagram. If you want to check her out, and you want to have any logo needs, art ideas, if you want to put something on your wall, if you want to create a memory for something, this is the person to go to, because this was her idea. I told her what I wanted and what we kind of were looking for. We were in a group chat, and I shit you not, this came out like 2 hours later, 3 hours later. It's incredible what she can do. There's just so much power behind this woman, and I just don't think she even understands that she holds the key to unlock so much shit. Because we all have bad days. We all go through things, and, when you're going through stuff, sometimes you don't realize just how powerful you are and the impact you have on other people. Because when you're that selfless, you're always worried about other people and putting other people in front of you. So when you're feeling at like an all-time low, or if you're going through stuff, or if you're going through anything in your life, this isn't directed towards Kat, this is directed towards anyone. If you're going through anything, send me a picture of your dog or your cat or your iguana or whatever you have, and I will literally make a podcast dedicated to you, just to tell you how unbelievable and amazing you are, because I think the world needs more of that. That's what this podcast has been about, selflessness. Kat has inspired me to do these things. Ella, without your mom, I'm not doing this stuff. She sends me encouraging text messages saying I'm changing the world. She's asking me if I can help her kids, if I can do a Zoom-in meeting with their kids to promote this kind of stuff and teach them, especially as a male, mental health, and understand that you can talk about depression, anxiety, anything. She wants me to play an impact on those kids. So just by reaching, I'm getting chills talking about that. She's teaming up with WYSP and stuff. She is changing and shaping the lives of these kids, and it's unbelievable. It's so cool. I'm going to use unbelievable. I'm going to use unbelievable, amazing, and selfless probably 1,000 times in this interview, Ella, which I don't think I took the time. Let's give Ella a round of applause. Look at that. Just such a pretty pup. Just the goodest pup. The goodest pup you could ask for. I'm so happy to have you on the show today, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to tell Kat how amazing she is, how talented she is. And on this part of the show, in this part, I tell you how amazing Kat is. But what I want to translate that to is maybe the things you can take from Kat and adjust or adapt. I don't want to say adjust. I don't want you to change. I want you to adapt into it. I just said adjust, man. Keep it together. Adapt these things. Adapt that selflessness. Put other people's emotions not in front of yours all the time, but maybe try to be understanding of what other people are going through. For instance, if we're working as special education aides, you're worried about, is this person going to choke by the way I'm feeding them? Is this person going to be safe if I look my head the other way and we're outside because people run, right? Put other people's thoughts in front of your own. Other people might have behaviors they can't control, and it might be up to you to interpret them. It doesn't mean, if you're out at the bar and something like that and someone's behavior is absolutely crude, nasty, and he's just being a dickhead, or she. I don't want to paint us males as dickheads all the time. But you just have to understand, maybe the people are going through stuff. Maybe somebody's going through a breakup and they're, acting out because they don't know how to feel. Maybe they're going through a loss in their family. People go through things, so always try to take a step back and understand that they don't always mean what is coming out of their mouth. I always think that one of my unchecked stats here, 90% of the time people aren't mad at you. They're mad at something about themselves, about what's going on in their life. It's usually not about you. So by practicing what Kat does, being selfless and being empathetic, it kind of puts you in a really good space of not taking everything so personal. And that's good for your mental health. By understanding that other people go through things just like you go through things, that changes the conversation. Instead of being defensive, you're being caring. And that also thinks, wait, not everything's happening to me. Things also happen to other people. So when things are happening to other people, you start realizing that we're all just kind of pawn pieces in this world. And if your cable goes out, it's not affecting you, it's affecting the cable company kind of stuff, So be a little selfless. I'm going to try to check in on my Facebook chat here and see if anybody is even tuning in, because honestly, I don't know. So let's check here. Oh, Bobby Wynn, love you, kid. Dude, I miss you, brother. Congratulations on the family. Oh my God. Dude, I miss you. I wish you could come down here and visit Florida, brother. Dude, throw me a couple of your animals up here. I would definitely do a podcast with you, man. I would love to talk about all the positive things you've had in my positive influences you've had in my life, man. During really tough times, you were there. I appreciate that. So thanks, Bob, for checking in. Once again, I'm gonna throw this up for you guys. I want you to just see how talented. Just how talented. All freehand. I said I wanted maybe a little hop in the beard. And look at that, right? I don't know if you can see this, but I don't know if you can see my mouse, but that's just unbelievable. All the talent this person has. Unbelievable. I'm sitting here trying to see how long I've been recording, and I'm not recording, I'm streaming. So I would have to check that. 12 minutes, guys. I'll get you later. Right on, brother. Appreciate it, man. But back to the show. Ella. If you could speak, I would love to hear the things you would have to say about Kat, because I've met her in professional settings. I can only imagine how caring and loving she is with you guys at home, and especially her mom's a teacher, and one of the best teachers out there, if I can remember correctly. The North Penn School District, and just that whole area is just lucky to have such good people. So shout out to Penfield, North Penn, all that stuff, because I think the one thing I noticed most when being a special education assistant up at Penfield was not so much, the special ed aides are going to be caring, are going to be there for people. But what I noticed the most was the kids. At that age, in 7th grade, you're 12, 13, I think. They were caring. They were reaching out hands, offering to help. And that doesn't speak to, that speaks to parenting, absolutely. But the school district and the way they are normalizing everybody in this school. So whether it be race, religion, or even, if you have intellectual disability. I was so it was so cool to see the inclusion there. So I want to give a huge shout out to North Penn School District. They were nothing but amazing for my entire life, because ironically I went to Penfield and then I coached girls freshman basketball at Penfield, and then I became a special education assistant. So you guys have been a huge influence in my life, and I just thank you guys for giving me such a positive experience and all that kind of stuff. So if you are in the North Penn School District and Penfield, you can drop in the comments saying thank you. If you have a positive experience with the school district, or especially Kat, let me know, because like I said, not enough people talking good things about others yet. and trying to change that. Trying to change that on this podcast. Who thought I would be pulling up pictures of dogs and interviewing them and letting them know just how amazing their parents are? Because, hey, you're not going to listen to me. Listen to your dog, and they'll let you know. So let's bring that back up. Ella, thank you so much for being a guest on this podcast. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak about such an amazing person. Because talk about that quote that I just randomly put up below. Be the change you keep wishing for. If there is any human on the face of this planet that keeps being the change that we're wishing for, it's Miss Cat. It's Miss Cat, like I said, special education assistant, while putting herself through graduate school, then becoming a guidance counselor, and going and having to hustle becoming a guidance counselor. Times are not easy, and she landed an amazing job, and she's just living up to expectations. When I say I set the bar high for somebody, or high for people, it's because I think they are just the sky's the limit. And not only has she met them, she's exceeded them. Like I said, with this being, I think, her first year full time, I believe. Kat, lots happened in 2020. I'm sorry if I have your timeline wrong. It's just incredible what you can do when you're passionate about something. So talk about an excellent transition. When you're passionate about something, look at what you can do. So what are you passionate about? What are you going to get yourself involved in? First things first, are you able to put yourself in a position for happiness? Or are you kind of surrounded with things that might be pulling you down a little bit? That's always something you have to be aware of. What are you surrounding yourself with? Who are the people you surrounding yourself with? In 2020, we're not surrounding ourselves with many people. However, we are surrounding ourselves with everyone's internet opinion or everyone's life. Because I'll guarantee you, if you at all follow what I do, I've just been trying to post more recently about some stuff, because in the year 2020, it's not easy. And I'll tell you what, following what I love to do, it's helped me get out and create those memories, Me and my girlfriend just went down to the beach right during like hurricane force winds. And we were on the beach making videos, just cracking up. We are being safe, of course. Other people were down there. Florida has no laws. But like that kind of stuff. So what are you doing to set yourself up for happiness? Where are you going? Where are you trying to take this train? Because I mentioned it before, this ride is short. We only get to do this one time. And if you're thinking it's going to get better without putting any work into it, it's sad to say, you ain't going to win the lottery if you don't play a ticket. If you don't work to make that money to buy the ticket, or at least find the money somewhere, you got to go out and look for it. It's that kind of stuff. What's the quote? Are you going to be out hustled by a crackhead today? And it's one of those people out there are finding what they want. That's a terrible segue for such a wonderful podcast. But that quote does mean, like, are you going to be out hustled today? And are you going to hustle for your happiness? That should be like a shirt. Hustling for happiness. H4H. That's pretty cool. I like that. Might take that somewhere. But guys, thanks for tuning in today. Facebook Live has been a new thing I've been trying here. Second full Kat has joined. Oh my god, that is so cool. Kat, thank you for joining. I just pulled up my Facebook. Oh my gosh, thank you for your support always. I'll tell you what, dude, you've been the most supportive human I could possibly ask for. Like a stranger, so it went from a stranger to or a coworker, friend, and now you're like my emotional support. You always give me all that stuff. You tell me that I'm changing the world and stuff like that. This is the least I can do to help you. To let you know such an amazing person you are. So thank you, Kat, not only for everything you do, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for letting the world be better because you're in it. Just so excited. So stoked about this. If you are tuning in, if you're one of my 3 viewers, I'd like to welcome you to the podcast as well. If you haven't checked it, what we can do. Kat, I don't know if you're new, but this was the interview scene. There is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up, and that is what you do, Kat. And Ella could not be luckier to have such an amazing person in their life. So thank you everybody. I don't have much more to say because I don't know. I got too excited and said everything in the beginning. That's insert whatever joke you would like down there. One more time For all the logo fans out there, like I said, if you're looking to create a memory, if you're looking to, I don't know, capture a moment or something like that, and you're looking for artistic work, Kat is the person to do it. You only have to put in A. O'Keefe once, because if you put it in 6 times, it's probably not going to come up. I'd like to give one more round of applause for Ella. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, Ben J. Myers, you can give me a follow on Instagram, Ben J. Myers, or follow me on Facebook, The Respectfully Selfish Podcast. We do this stuff. We do this type of thing. Try it every day, every other day. Just try to spread positivity. Thing I'm doing next, I think I'm going to try to make a 60-second video to try to better people's days. So if you have a topic you want me to discuss in my video, let me know. Something that you could use a 60-second breather or motivational speech for, and I will do it for you. All right? Guys, thank you for tuning in. Remember, be the change you keep wishing for. Everyone, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me, and I appreciate more than ever Miss Kat Kiefer. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you when I catch you. Have a good one, guys. Peace.